Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm just streaming today. I wanted to show a project that I was working on that I got the idea of watching Camellia Crafts and Designs. And she was making these how to make an easy mini envelope journal. And I had these envelopes for a long time. And I was going to use them for pockets for some junk journals and stuff like that. I thought they'd be cute. But I've had them for a while, and I thought I would try the idea that Camellia had, and make a little journal out of it. So, where is my journal? The one I put one in my journal that I just finished. This is the finished journal. I'm also wanting to play with embellishments. I don't know what I want to make today, but I wanted to show you how this turned out. Just gonna move things here. So I did tea dye the bag. I don't think I showed you the bag before. I sewed this bag together. I should have thought about having a fabric bag beforehand, but I didn't. And the fabric bag's not the same color as the fabric on my enclosure for this journal. So now that I know that I want to make a fabric bag, I'll have to dye them together, because you can see here the difference in the color. This was the onion dye, and this is a tea dye, a bunch of different teas that I threw together to try to get the same look, but it didn't come through. So I'm hoping that it doesn't matter. This is my test journal anyway. I might end up eventually, I want to do a giveaway here of a junk journal, or not, this is a journal, like a not junk journals, not junk papers and stuff, but so I want to do that. I don't know if I'm going to do it with this one or if I'm going to make one special for the giveaway, but I want to do that. But I want to show you guys the Camellia's little mini book, and I'll read you what it said again. She just posted it yesterday, so I think it was. Every time I find threads, I have a little bucket of threads that I gotta put away. But I probably have this thing on here way too much for you guys. You're probably getting sick of seeing this journal. So I might have to make another one just to have something different. But I did throw in here this little book, and I got the idea of making this little book from Camellia. Oh, I keep saying, I don't want to say her name incorrectly. Camellia Craft Designs. She's on YouTube, and yeah. So right here is her. Oops, that's not. I don't need to go upside down. Right here is her channel page, and there's a video that I watched. So the how to make an easy mini envelope embellishment. Super cute. I really like watching a lot of her videos. She's got a lot of great ideas. Anyway. So you guys go check that out. It's a super great instructions and how to make it. And so I made this little booklet, and I wanted, because this pocket here is just a little shorter, I wanted a cute little booklet there. I'll show you how I have it here. I did the little tie. I did with a little eye lit in the flap here, so then I can wrap it around and tie it. I did 4 pages in this little signature, and I inked everything up. I thought it'd be really super cute to have a little thing in here. And I did the stitching, like a panel stitch properly in there, and got that all stitched up in there. And there's the little flap of the envelope right here. So it's super, super cute. And I like it. So that's what I've decided that I want to make at least one of these. The other book that I made, this was prior to even watching this. Of course, everyone's made little booklets. This is a cute little idea. Turning, it's easy, it's already to size, and turning the little envelopes into books. So it's super cute. So I didn't really think about that as an idea. I mean, we have in the past done giant the big yellow office envelopes and stuff like that. But it just reminds you of all these cute little things you can do with things. So a great little project. So I did even do the signatures and sew them in with the wax. And this is the wax thread I have tied on here. But this one here, when I sewed it, I just kind of ripped it as roughly together, and I sewed it with a really silky thread. But I really like this one. It's cute, and yeah, great idea. Thank you, Camellia. Anyway, and I thought, look, it suits it really well, so I wanted to play with those today. Also want to show you guys, like, I don't know what I want to exactly make today right now, but I want to show you guys the little rolls I made with my leftovers here. I don't know if I tied this in correctly, but that's okay. So I have been making, with the papers I tore, I've been making these little rolls of embellishment rolls. So this one's all lined paper. This is all the, they're all onion dyed, but this is all the papers that I tore off the edge of this book. So if you guys recall, I saved all my scraps from the journal in here, and these are all kind of too short or whatever. It's just, I could sew them, they're thinner to sew, because I did sew them with the zigzag. So that's my leftover so far of what I have for scraps. So this is what I made just sewing that together. I was thinking if I could put adhesive on the back and just have it ready to stick on the double-sided tape. So this is what I made with the lined paper. I don't know if you can see the lined paper in there, but it's cute. So this is just the regular paper, and this is all the lined paper that I tore the little ends off of where the holes are. And I just fold them in there and sew them up. So I thought that's cute little embellishments. So we can use that and stuff. I think that's going to be cute. I've been using a lot of little paper scraps for the tops of little tags and whatnot in there. So a lot of those, and I'll show you, a lot of those little scraps can be for tags. And I'll show you a couple of tags that I have made with just the scraps in here. I shouldn't have wrapped it up. It's kind of neat that all the scraps I can make stuff off with. So here's the tags, and this is the edging of the paper that I pulled the torn away to make the paper fit the journal. Don't be shy, come and say hello. So I can see that people are in, but then just, yeah, if you want to come say hello, that's good. So I had a few pieces that I added to make some more color in my journal, but I wanted to try to make everything from scratch. So this is just obviously my book paper, and this is paper tag or paper top. And I like that look. This is more scraps here. This is the rice paper that I made top on that card. And this is just the tea dye paper. The only new thing was this cardstock to make it more stiff that I added. But that's using scraps. So I'm just kind of talking about a little bit here at the moment, embellishments using scraps. Here's more scraps from making this book. So, and that's nice thing too is that it matches the everything you're making. I like that. This here is two different torn papers. I tore this book paper to make a belly band, and I thought it was too much like this, obviously. So the torn paper here in the center, the torn paper here and here, those are three different pieces of torn paper glued back there to make this design. I like it. So this one's the torn away from this page is here. That's more ruffly. And this one's when I'm tearing with the ruler. And again, more of that. So I like that. I like making, especially in the project, making everything kind of match. That's more paper. So the fun part too is just using up the scraps for this. Even with this pocket, I just had a torn piece of paper, decided just to use that. So yeah, that was nice to do. Instead of just using something fresh or whatever, I'm just recycling what. Here's torn paper that I was testing to see if my paper can handle the stitching. This is the scalped edges, and these are supposed to be some kind of like daisies or something like that, daffodils, and the paper is it was ripping too much. So that's kind of, I think zigzags pretty much, that's what I'm going to get. There's couple of different designs of zigzags that I'm going to get for paper sewing. More paper, and I think it just gives a nice look. More snippets of paper. So that is how I used up my papers in there. And then I had all this stuff left over. So I just sewn these together, and I think it just gives it a beautiful, beautiful color. Doesn't take too long. I just kind of crumple it in, fold it in there. I'm not being precise or very careful. And I like the way it looks. So maybe we can, obviously be able to use these as these look pretty darn cool. And then I don't know what we're going to do with the other snippets. Maybe we can make something with the leftovers too. So yeah, I just use this to roll it up. Cut myself a piece of wax paper. Maybe we could maybe I can kind of make something with the other ones here with you guys. I got to start throwing some journals together and making more journals. I'm going to make them a little bit more bulk. I think I'll do 3 or 4 at a time. So can I stick that? I can't put it through today. Anyways, I'm thinking with these, I was thinking if I were to make them for somebody else, I might do like 2-side tape on them, just so then they're easy to peel and stick. You cut where you want. That'll be cute. I think they are a very nice little thing. So let's see what we can do with these guys. There's lots of scraps here. I don't know. I got way too much scraps, but this is most of it. So we could probably throw something together with these scraps. And these are pages that, I was making these little book journal things with them, so I don't want to use those. I probably will throw together a few more tags maybe with these, just to have on hand. So I'll grab some papers. And we'll tear up and make some tags here. And I will just use my ruler for tearing. I'll grab some cardstock as well. I could always ink my edges. It's a little yellow on that one. And we'll do a few tags. Together here. I did do some stitches on my tags, but you don't have to do that. I'm just doing that too. I'm not going to make them very big because my pockets are not huge. So I'll probably make a tag like half this length here. And like I said, I'm not going to measure and I'm not going to be precise because for me, that's just not fun. So if you ever want a journal from me, things may not be measured too well. Besides the cover and that, the obvious things. So those obvious things, you want everything kind of lining up. But and I think I'll do a couple of thicker cardy tags here, just because sometimes we get the big pockets in the back and we want to have something larger maybe. Let's see here, just to look. I'm going to be using kind of the same idea design, so just to see here for my pocket, I can put it in the big pocket back here. I might want to make it a tad smaller because I'll have cardstock. Yeah. All right. So I think I will make myself a teeny smaller on these ones. And this is the kind of things I'm using for decorating. So I think some of you guys watched me make tags as I was going along with my book, as I was making tucks and pockets in one of the streams there, which I do have a playlist now. If you're interested in the basics of how I made my basic journal, so you guys can check out that stream. It's a few streams together, but I put it all in the playlist so it's easy for the one book. So I think when I do the journals, the ones that I'm working on together as a series or whatever, you guys will see. You guys will see that in a playlist together. I'm going to grab a few at a time. And there we go. So what I did with these, I basically, as I was crafting, I just glued them on and tore it as I was going along. It even might be easier now because I'm doing a whole bunch at one time to probably glue a few on and then tear it, if you're doing that kind of a style. So I think I could do that. Just going to throw a few on and then do that. Oh, there goes my heater. I'm wondering if I want to ink the edges or anything. I don't want to bother. I think I do, just because I am always going to kind of go with the tea dye look, and the color of this soft suede is a good color to throw in with there. And if you did want to have like a hue of something else, you could throw in another color on top of it. I am sure of it. So, like, if you wanted to throw a little blue on there or something to match something else in there. But if I just do a slight bit, I'm sure you can go over it with. So it's not so boring and all the same. I can pull out more inks and we can explore how different it can look with different colors. Maybe we can do that. But yeah, if you're going to do like a journal, and it's all kind of the same. This is all the onion dyed paper here. Another way also, like I like to do to add color in, is just put a picture or something. So what I did was add some of those, what are they called? What are they called? Just pictures of things. But there was a $6 or $11 for this deco paper. And what I did was glued some of them to the back of the thing to add that color to that particular tag. That's kind of convenient. You can also just grab whatever else you have lying around from a magazine or whatever, but So that kind of makes your tags a little unique too, right? You can add stamping or whatever too, like stamped image, but this is the kind of like my fast, rough way of doing it without the taggy look. Like I can make them into that shape if you want that kind of a shape. But you just kind of do that all together, then you guys can just totally snip them to that shape and then tear them away or tear that shape. Let's do one torn. Let's do one torn to the tag shape. See how it looks. I might grow. I might decide that that's what I like better than the rectangular shape, I guess, right? Never know. So what I'm going to do is grab my ruler. I'm going to put this corner back onto the other corner, just like when we're snipping paper. It's not going to be perfect. That's the whole fun about this, though. So I'm going to put my ruler right there and have about the same size triangle. So I tore it. I did a tearing style because I don't want to grab my scissors, and I just think that I tear straighter than I cut. So there's that one. It seems like I tear straighter than I cut. I'm going to put just a bead of the white Elmer's, or clear. I always say white, but it's clear. Just a bead of this. And if I find I put too much, I just kind of pull what's on there a bit. Can you guys see me? Yep. I know my camera's kind of off to the side. I don't have like a neck on this thing, and it's just, so it's like I have to turn the camera. It's a webcam on there to my projects. And I'm just going to do my edges, because if I do too much gluing here, it's going to buckle on my, and it dries quickly. And you can just sew it if you decide you want to do stitching around it later. But if you do a bulk batch like this here, this will be really cool. Do a style of bulk of whatever style you like. Right? I might like this look on the tag. Oh, I also could put an eyelet and everything in there too, which would be more traditional tag looking. There's my scraps. Now, no worries. I'm going to stand up to put this down so that I'm kind of looking right over. And if you go to the edge and you want that tear look and you're tearing it here and here, just take your scissors and scrape the edges so it looks more rough and torn. That's how that works. So you don't have to worry about leaving the space to tear more. That's what I'm doing. Where I'm getting at on that one. So yeah, you can just totally scrape your edges with your scissors, which work great. A different way to use your scissors. Okay. Traditional, should we do another traditionally? Sure, why not? We'll do two more at one time here. The corners just like that. And it'll be a little off, but not. It's pretty darn good. See? Not bad at all. We'll do these ones here. Fill up this page, and this bottom part here can be used for something as well. We're not going to waste. I do like using eyelets, but at the same time, sometimes in a journal, it kind of like I have issue with it sticking out or sticking onto like poking the next page. So I'm not sure 100% how I like using eyelets myself. I have one in my journal, and the journal I bought, and it kind of bugs me because there is a little charm on it, and it's just that bulkness just in that spot, and I don't know how I feel about it in my journal. In that one, I don't really enjoy. I have it there still because it's part of my journal, but yeah. I know some people make those faux eyelets, which that would be a great idea. Find some sparkly paper or some copper, gold, bronze paper and punch out some holes or something. That'd be a great idea. Hopefully I'm not putting too much glue on here. I really like this glue for these. Don't know why. It just seems the texture's just right for me. And it spreads just right. It's just the right stickiness. Okay. So like I said before, as I was going for my tags, I was just going page by page and what I thought I needed at the time. So, but for this, we're just going to kind of play with it and see what we can do with a few pages, have it kind of ready. We kind of know the size of our pockets or I kind of know the size of my pockets that I've been building and that I like the designs. I have my designs saved. And if you don't mind the tearing, it's going to look great. There we go. See, I've teared that pretty darn good. It's not bad at all. Now cutting, sometimes just, especially with, I need to get a larger set of scissors. I do have these ones. I don't really have a long pair. And I noticed that people do really well with some cuts, like with the long ones. So I'm thinking about getting a long paper scissors. I do have long fabric, but that's cardstock over there. Yeah, scissors are so expensive. I bought fabric scissors, and holy were they. They were the cheaper ones too, and I wasn't too happy with how stiff they are. After a bit, they get a little bit sore on the joint. If you're doing a whole big pattern of cutting, not bad. So scissors, yeah, and they're packaged, so it's not like you can kind of go play with them. I don't like that. It's like, why? This one, I could see how close to the edge it is. If I could just take my scissors and probably have to, I should have went a little close to the edge so I could just scrape it. But I can just bend it here and see if I can tear it. I have no nails, absolutely no nails. I don't think I could tear this one. I'm holding it up. No, I don't got no nails or nothing to get it started. I'm putting a lot of pressure back here with my fingers just to get this edge. So you're still holding that ruler and moving my fingers down to get the teeny edge. But if I went closer, it'd be easy to just go like this. This one's not bad, so I can make it look like it was ripped, just like that. She went a little closer for that one, but that's okay. Have these tags ready. And if I don't like it, because something is a little too wide, There we go. Just snip it off. There. Different prefab tags happening here. This one was too wide. And that's how I do that. Could go in as rough, and it inks well too, so it looks good when it's inked. This side, I'm just going to rough it up a bit more. Okay, I'm standing up here. I should be sitting down. I was standing when I was ripping because I can see a little bit more my angle, what I was doing. This side just a little bit too thick. Okay, do we have these two to tear? I got just them on top of each other. They're the same size. Cardstock's a little tougher, so you only want to do a couple at a time. There we go. That one was a little... Okay, I will cut this edge off here. It's too much. Okay, we're going to grab... What I did was I just grabbed a couple of these papers I torn off and try to get something contrasting and glue them on there like that. So rough them up a bit, ink them up. I mean, you can use whatever. But these are the ones that I made for the journals. I'm just showing you how I made them. These tags, I did put making embellishments, but I guess for my title on this video, but I could change that. I'm just making stuff out of my scraps. I guess that's what I should have said. And too wide on that end here. That's pretty nice. So we can use a little scrap like this with the lined paper in there on top or behind. I use some book paper. We do have a little bit of book paper left here too. Just throw it on the base. Just using up the little pieces, that's all. Making it look. Kind of go with the book. Or the journal, or whatever look. Or just totally could turn it around too, like I said before, by adding ephemera. That's the word I was looking for before. The ephemera you like. I'm just going to put a little strip here in that corner because it kind of goes up that way. That's the one piece, and you could add stitching around it or whatever too, which would be cute. On the back, just to show you guys what I did with the ephemera, which is easy peasy lemon squeezy. You get a picture of something. Put more page too, but let's just see if I can find something to stick back there. So having a pile of these would be really nice when you're kind of doing, because I would like to do a few journals at a time. So if I did 4 journals at a time or something like that, I have all these kind of things ready. Okay, I am going to give this a bit of a tear. And I also like to tear my pages kind of like this, where I'm not tearing them all the way down, so I can use pieces. So I save it like that, whatever. That's just the way I like tearing it. This doesn't take much, especially with it's just being thin paper. So be careful with this one a little bit. So depending on how I want it on that pocket, if I decide I want that page was looking too bland, I could flip it over to this side, but there's still that writing space. And I want to add a teeny bit of inking to pull it together. And my pages for my particular journals I'm going are kind of all really blending really well together. So having a pocket color is going to be super nice. And I don't have much there for inking. And you could see, like, for me gluing these, they're not warped or anything either. So these little pages, same thing. They're thinner, but the onion dyed paper is photocopy paper. I also like how I can move this around glue to really get to that. And that's that one. So I'm going to throw that in there on my pile of embellishments for that. Do I want to use these papers still here, or do I want to make a hole in this one and put a string? I can make a hole and put a string on these. Maybe I will just do that. I'll try one anyway, see how I like it. I might like it. I don't want to make the hole too big. I'm just going to use the smaller hole that I have it on here. Very small hole. I'll get the rope that I used for the tie string for this. I'm also going to grab my Q-tip, roll around my ink pad a bit here. Ink my hole up a bit. Just twirling it around. To give it that ink look. Okay, because doing it with the makeup brush just doesn't work. And this one here needs to be torn just a tad. It's not perfect, but it's kind of natural. I like that. Okay. How much string do we need? Not much. Let's see, do I want my string to be coming through this end? There's a certain way that it wraps around too, so. What if I didn't choose too small of a hole? Oh, it's not going through. Maybe I did. Kind of twist that back up again here. Trying to point it up a bit so it's easier to grab with my nailless fingers. My fingers are so, my nails have just gone. All right. One at a time. What's going on here? Okay. I don't want to pull too much. That's why I don't have it. Didn't pull it through too much, because that's a lot of tugging on that paper. And that's how that looks. I think that's cute. See, this is something I don't mind. I just not sure about the eyelets. And then adding a gem or something, or a jewel, or a dangle on it inside a journal, especially a writing journal. Yeah, but I like this. This looks good. On the back, I think I am just going to do some ink, a stamp, a little stamp. So I'm just going to grab a scrap paper here. I actually don't even know if I need a scrap paper here. Probably not. There's no edge. So just do that. That's a cute back. Another one done. I could put little things on here, but I think that's good for now. But I could put a little piece of paper or something down there, or something to. But that's good. A few tags made. Put this to the side. Work on my next one. Could also put a little pocket on the back and have my little books in there. That'd be cute. Or a little belly band across it or something too. That would be super cute. Idea for a tag. You could be writing something and wanting to have a little envelope on the back like this, glued on there to stick more stuff in there. I kind of like that idea. Maybe I'll do that with this one. And I could stamp something on there saying secret, top secret, or, you know, something cute. Let's go with do I have anything darker that matches the brown on here? No, but I think this is good. I'm going to ink my edges on this one. I had a few pages that they were bought printed, so I bought them that way. I made most of my pages, but I didn't. So that's why these ones have a white edge, because the inside is not dyed, because it's just photocopied to be vintage looking. Put more brown on this one. So I'll have a stack, a little stack of tags for my next book pre-made to throw them in. I mean, it does break it up where you get to make a tag on each pocket, but it's also nice when you're doing a kind of a lineup, when you're doing a few at a time. You want to have everything kind of pre-done, or at least I think I do, because it takes a long time. That's what takes all the time, is kind of thinking through each thing you're making. So it's just kind of helps if you know what you have your base. I have my base, what I want, and now I'm going to really crumple this down a few rolls here, because I like that look. And then I'm going to bend this forward, get that in there. I think it turned out pretty cute. The back is going to have this guy on there, a little hidden pocket. I might ink it, because if I do end up closing it with something in there, you're not going to see any ink on there, which would be a shame. Okay. Could be anything that you're saving, tickets, anything in there. It would be so cute to have a little hidden or an extra little pocket, and this is in the pocket or something. So cute. Yeah, that looks cute. I can still write stuff on here. Stick your memories in there, photo or whatever. That's the 3 so far. I kind of like the stamping on it too, so that's cute. All right. Number 4. The nice thing too is I can add whatever embellishments too at that page when I'm like, oh yeah, this needs a little umph or something. Maybe I'll use a bit of, I do have some of this rice paper stuff left over. Maybe I'll wrap some of that around there. Let's do the back first before I glue that on. I'm going to get my corners really inky on this one. I was thinking I also have this tissue here. Maybe I could do both. Which side do I like better? Kind of like that. This is pattern paper. You can see a little marking of pattern there. I like that, but you know what? I think I'm going to punch a hole in this one as well. I don't know if I'm even, but oh, hopefully I'm. Hopefully. I'm going to clip that down for a second there. Doesn't have to be very big. So it's taking some time, but hey, it's cute little ideas to use up my scraps. I'm liking it. Might again nailless fingers. Almost need tweezers here. Here we go. That's cute. This is all loose. I like that. Nice little tag. And do I want to do one with just the, because I kind of like that look with these ones. But I don't know how I feel about having a hole through all of them. I think I will. It's just got that look that it needs a hole, doesn't it? That style of tag. Here we are with the Q-tip. I'm just going to twist it in my fingers. I already got inky fingers. I just want to make sure it doesn't get too wild. Too wild on my hair, on the hair, on my hair, on the cotton, because I want to just make circles, not too much craziness. You know those little makeup brushes, those little sponge ones that almost look like a Q-tip? Those would be really good probably for this. Just doing the tip and doing a little spin. These are, this doesn't last too long doing it this way, but if you smooth it out, cut off your end and smooth it out after a couple of goes at it, it stays. You don't have to be using tons of Q-tips or anything. It works. I don't think I have anybody on my chat, so it would be right at the top. I have these things I'm ignoring. There we go. Pop it, ad, or not an ad, but it's like to protect my computer. And if I do anything like that, I'm just gonna end up frying it. Can't really download anything without my computer shutting down. That's that. Oh, the one thing about these makeup brushes is that they do have a little bit of stuff that comes off of them. So the last two here, I could add paper maybe, and I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do. I could add a bit of paper and a string. Just want the right color. Okay. Why not test this out if I like it? Kind of like that. Kind of like that. I'm just playing around with ideas now. Go on my other side. I think I'll do another one like that too. Maybe I'll do one with, no, I like it on the front. I was going to say maybe I'll do one with the back, but putting the scrap papers in there just kind of blends it all. Makes it look really good, I think. This matches the book. I'm putting one of these back there too. See, this kind of stuff I might not be doing when I'm making them on the fly, because I'm like in a hurry to kind of fill the pocket. And then I go back after and I'm like, oh, I can add like sewing or whatever. So this is kind of nice to kind of fly through these and come up with a few ideas to make them a little bit more cute, more fancy. I'm going to be going off after these two tags, I think, because I need to make something to eat. 1, 2. Thanks for joining me, though, guys. It's been nice to just be able to go on stream and you know, just create. I'm going to be doing way more streams now until either I get a new computer. It's just my computer's not taking the. What am I doing? I should have. It's just not functioning properly for editing. When I'm getting almost done my editing, and all of a sudden something will turn off, and I'll be like, "What?" Kind of frustrating when you're trying to get. Ooh, it might not work the way I planned it here. Unless I get a thinner string. I can hear my dog. I hear Chloe's dog, actually. Get it through. I'm going to definitely grow my nails after this. Stop. Take the minute to polish them up so that they actually last. That's cute. That's my problem. Oh, hi. Hi, Julie. I'm pretty sure it's Julie, right? Green macaroni. Okay. Pull through a bit here. Tighten that up. That's cute. A few scraps of paper on there like that. I like that. Super cute. Nice to see you on here. Oh, no worries. It's okay. You can always watch it later. Yeah, it's nice to have chat, to be able to chat, but I'm not complaining. I got to create. I did all these little tags here, and I'll show you guys. I'll show you what I did. I just want to do a little bit of an assembly. That's the word I was looking for before, assembly line type of thing. And I could add whatever I want to them after. But since I'm going to be doing a few journal books at a time, about 4 I'm thinking I could probably do, unless I find, 4 or so. I want to have, and the way I like it to do is when I'm doing the tucks and everything, I kind of want to know, like, make them as I go. And usually when I'm making one journal, I kind of stop at each pocket and I start, okay, I make my pocket and then I make my tags. But if I'm making 4 journals at once, I kind of want to have some of it pre-ready. So that's why I am throwing together some tags, so I have a pile of tags. And I was just kind of playing with some different ideas. I have more tags to make here. I ripped all this papers, but what I've made here now is just these, and I think they're pretty cute. And what I have made in the journal is basically the same thing, except for I did add a few things. Where did they go? Like, I thought the color was just too bland, being just the same. So if I want to pop a color, I threw a piece of ephemera on the back, glued that on. So that's an option. But I wanted to use all my paper scraps here, and I did sew these. I might throw some sewing on the other ones. I'm not sure. And I thought it looks great. It does look great together like this for the journal, but it's kind of nice to see that pop of color, right? So I have this side with the onion dyed, and you can write on it. This side, it can be written on or whatever, but I just like not too much. These ones are on the low side of, thank you. These are my base. This is what I want to do, is my basic journal. So I came up with this design to make a basic journal, which I have the playlist, my basic journal or whatever. That's this journal being made from start to finish, basically. The only thing I don't have is a few like stamping, but I didn't put that on a video because I mean, it's just easy. But I talked about doing it and talked about, but pulling all these together, some of them don't have things in the back, but pulling them all together. But I have this nice paper back here that gives me the color. There's pink on that one from the onion skins. But I thought that would be nice. So on these other ones here, if I throw something on the back, it's going to be that pop color, which will be nice. I did throw an envelope on the back of this one. I didn't really do anything with this one, but I could, throw something on the back. I have these, which is where I got those little ephemera pieces. I'm trying to think of how you say it properly. So it's basically a thing of stickers and stuff like that. papers and stickers, so I could just easily throw that on there for color, you know. I was very, you know, careful not to add too much of this stuff because sometimes people, you know, you can go really crazy with ephemera, but I just wanted a touch. This is pretty. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I did onion dye those papers, so doing like a little owl like this would be super cute. I might do that for this guy. I think what I'm going to do is grab my owl. I'm going to tear the corner off right here. I'm going to fold it first. I've got my fingers right back there so the paper doesn't slip, really holding it tight. And I'm going to ink up my edges just a touch. I'm going to take my scissors and rough up the rest of my edges that weren't torn, just so it looks like it was all kind of torn. Very careful. Then I'll ink those edges up. It's very, very thin paper too. But I bought it on Amazon. Like, I think the papers were like between $6 and $11. I gotta find the link and add it to my videos because I have mentioned it a few times. I'm gonna have to go look at all my videos that I mentioned here in the last few days and add what I picked up, like these I talked about. So they were pretty cheap, and I think they came like right away. I ordered them and they were here the next day. So I think they're at every Amazon station. They have a box of these just to throw in because they're probably common. Charity, one of my daughters, did work for Amazon for a short time. And she said there was like boxes of stuff, and sometimes the orders are just, you know, they're just grabbing the stuff off the shelf and throwing them in the boxes. So they do that. They have that. So I'm going to do that. Put this owl right here. This is all nice. Still more space to write something down. So my back is not so plain. And if I did stitching or something around there too, I decided I wanted to go. I still haven't switched out my color of my ink, or my color of my thread. But if I did a different color too than the white, it would look really cool too. So that's that one. Really liking it. This is plain, but hey, that's okay. I can add something. It looks awesome. They are the cutters, bees, scissors worth buying. Is that what this is? Yes, these scissors are amazing. I bought them from Michael's. If these are the ones, these are amazing scissors. I've had them for almost the whole time I've been crafting. And they are still good. That is quality. And in fact, when I tried to buy anything else, they were too stiff for my hands and stuff. These are the best for that. But I do want to get a longer pair of scissors, something bigger for like when I'm doing bigger projects, because fussy cutting or whatever you want to call it, and little cuttings, these are perfect. But I do want to get another pair of really good paper scissors. The one thing I dislike about buying scissors is they always have them in the package so you can't see how stiff they are. So when I bought, I have a bunch of these here. Oh, my back is sore. The Fisker scissors, because I do have a bunch of scissors, but I don't use them personally because unless I really need to. These are for when I have groups, but I just found them, they're a little bit better now because I have played with the tension, but they're just not, they don't feel as nice as these do. This is so thick in this area, and they were really stiff to begin with. This is years of using them in groups and stuff that they are actually now a little bit better. And these are cheapies, but I want a long pair of scissors, something like this that feels nice, that don't feel this hard. Already just doing a few snips like this, I could feel the stress on my hand. So these are the bomb. They're the bomb. They're the best. And these are the only ones I've ever had of these. So, but I love them. I would definitely like to buy them again for like groups. Can you see the? Oh, come on, silly. Come on, thing. This says EK success on there, so I can't get it to zoom. But yeah, I like them. Another thing that is really great about these is this little thing, which I never lost after how many years. But you could throw them in your purse. You could throw them in a Ziploc baggie. And when I went to work and I had a few things to do, I threw my glue, my ink pad, you know, these in a big Ziploc baggie and things that I had to finish up, and threw them in my purse, and I don't have to worry about anything. So very cool. Love them. I should have got paid for that. Just joking. But anyway. Did I even ink my edges on here, Reagan? But whatever. I don't know if I did. I think I forgot to do it. It happened. But I'm just going to throw some ink on here anyway. It'll go on the card, but that's going to look nice. I do need to buy the makeup brush to throw some ink on these things more nicer. I don't like these little pieces that kind of break off. And then you all of a sudden wipe your page and then you've got a streak. Ugh, don't like that. Anyways, that's that. The envelope one is so cute. I might throw in a stamped image on that envelope one. I think I will. I'm going to use this part of the tree. I've been using this tree thing here. There we go. Just enough to add a little bit more. And that's that one. And like I said, I can add more things to them as I go if I decide I want to pop a color or something. Stickers I can add depending on what I have to pull together. And these little ones too, these would be really cute on the holes, cut the white over. You know how I did, where did it go? Where did it go? These pieces where I cut the hole through, and that would be really cute, kind of a floating piece here. So that's something I could do for my next one. But that is that. It's been an hour and 14 minutes. I think I'm going to go. I am sorry, Julie, but I am going to go eat. And thanks everyone who gets to watch this and who have been popping in. Yeah, so I still have quite a few more. I'm not sure if I'm going to pop in and do the same thing or not. We'll see. I might just do these on my own. I don't want to bore anyone to death. So, but I can pop in and make some of these journals that I was saying, these mini journal book things, embellishments. So I still want to make some of those for these next ones. I'll show you what I am talking about, Julie. I'll just gotta put my stuff away. Camila Designs was making these videos on how she made her little, thank you, books like this. I will. You take care as well. And I thought this was a cute idea. And so I made a few, or I made this one and I'm making another one. But I have these pockets, so I'm going to make a pocket book and put them in my journal as well as a little thing. So this is 8. This is 4 pages, so it makes 8 pages in there. So just inked them all, did this, proper sewing in there, and then I'll have these little spots to put things in there as well. So I'm going to put one of those at least, in each of these journals. I did make kind of a fast, junky one here with my scraps, just for this belly band to be a part of this belly band here. And I have a sticker holding it on in the center page. So whoever gets this book could just do a little slice on that sticker, and this book here will be removable. I am planning to do a giveaway on the channel for one of these journals, and so I still got to make some more journals right now first, but I am planning to do that, and it will be just basically people leave a comment and subscribe, and yeah, you'll be entered to win. But I will work all that out and how I want to do the giveaway, because I think it'll be fun. I think I'll do a few journals, but I want to make the journals first too. So I'm going to do my first few journals here this weekend, and I want to, if you watch this is collage, all collaged on the cover, and then there's the fabric inside. So I want to do some of these. I also want to do just faux leather and all that kind of stuff too. So anyway, I will be back. It'll be all streaming because, like I said, making videos and editing, it shuts down in the middle of editing, and then I have a hard time saving what I've edited, and it's kind of been the thing after a while. I'm not sure why my video or my computer doesn't shut down while I'm just streaming, because when I'm doing a video on my app or whatever that thing is, the video maker thing, and then I save it, and then I'm kind of trying to edit some of it out as I go, like making it shorter, seeing what I like to keep, make it a little faster, so when I do my final editing, I don't have so much to do, and then it just tends to turn off. This is my same computer I kind of started out with too, so I mean, considering it's doing really well, but one of these days I do have to replace it. Okay, thanks again, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you. I see that there's a few people in. It would have been nice to have more of a conversation, but now I'm leaving. I'm sorry. So yeah, check out my stream if you missed it, and I will put those links in this weekend for sure, of all the things that I have, these little ephemeras where I pick them up. I'll even see if I can find where you guys can easily find these scissors. Thanks. Talk to you all soon. Don't forget to crap like a duck. Bye.